friends, welcome to Love Good Lane. My name is Matthew and I'm excited that you're joining me today. This time I want to talk makeup. I want to talk some new stuff, some things that I've repurchased because I liked it so much, some of my workhorse tried and true items. We're just gonna do a mishmash of a bunch of different things. So I have no idea how long this video is going to be. It might be short, it might be longer, I don't know. We're about to find out. So, and I will also let you know what I have on my face right now because I got ready earlier today. Although I didn't do anything to my lips, so maybe we'll explore those options at the end. I don't know, maybe, we'll see. Okay, and this isn't going to necessarily be in any particular order. What else? I probably will not mention the availability of a product unless I know for sure that it is no longer available. Because I think that almost everything that I may talk about in this video is still available. Okay, first off, let's start with the brows, because if you saw my recent video, my Get Ready With Me, I talked about brows. I don't know. My brows today aren't looking too bad. What did I use? Let's see. This is the Maybelline Express Brow. It looks like that. Do we have a color? There probably was a color somewhere on the package, but the package is long gone. Yeah, I'm not seeing the color. This one is a bit dark, let me say that. So one end has a, what shape would you call that? It's not a traditional rounded tip. It's sort of a little blade-like thing. That's the one end. It rolls up and down. And then the other end is a... Did you see that? Oh, it's spring-loaded. Okay. And this end is... Can you see it? Is a brow powder with a little, like, spongy tip type thing. I don't know. The powder didn't do a whole lot for me. I don't know what the point is. I also did it after I filled in my brow and shaped it with the other end. So maybe I was supposed to do that the other way around. I don't know. There's the cap. It flew off. We'll screw that back on. Okay, so I used that today. It's a little dark. So what I did is I went through, well, I have a spoolie, and I brushed through my brows really well on both my brows, and that helped a little bit. And then I also took a little bit of what was left on my foundation brush. Today I used a Nicole Johnson foundation brush. This is the buffing brush. I used that, what was left on there, and I went lightly into my brow. That softened it. And then also with powder, which I'll talk about in a second, I went a little bit through my brows, and it's better. Like, it seems like what I'm seeing on camera right now, it looks okay. And in this mirror, I have a mirror ahead of me, it looks all right. But I got a glimpse of myself earlier in a different view, and they were kind of dark, so I don't know. It's a constant struggle for me in my brows. What is this that I have sitting out? I wanted to talk about it. This is Laura Geller. You know I love Laura Geller. Laura Geller Bravo Brows. It's a brow boosting liner. Looks like that. It unscrews, and there's like a felt tip brush. You can kind of see it there. And the color is blonde. And I have to say that of all the brow products that I've tried, and I've tried a lot, this color is perfect. It's very light, but yet it's still there. I love that. What I don't love is that in reality, this product doesn't really work for me, because that little felt brush, I can't get it in there. I've talked about this before. My brows are very thick and I have to trim them regularly. Otherwise I look like Rip Van Winkle with like huge sprouted eyebrows. But having said that, I also am patchy. There are spots, you can actually kind of see it if I get in close. You can kind of see where I'm missing brow hair, so I need to fill it in, and the hair that is there is also kind of coarse. So this felt tip applicator brush thing, it just doesn't do it because it won't get in there like to my skin. I need the product to go onto my skin in the areas where I'm missing hair. And then the other thing, color, what this is an awesome color. I love it because, as you know, if I go too dark with my brows, I look crazy because I have a shaved head and I'm also very fair. But at the same time, if I don't do anything with my brows, sometimes I wash out. So I don't know. It's a journey. We're on the journey. What else we got as far as brows? Let me just pick this up. I do like this product. This is that new-ish line called Pretty Smart. It's available at Walmart. And this is the Pretty Smart You've Got Brow Gel. And the color is 096 Warm Blonde. I like it-ish. It's a teeny tiny, I don't know if you can see, it's a teeny tiny spoolie. The color is decent for me. My issue is that, again, in the spots where I don't have hair, I need to fill in. And so this is good for like the places where you have hair, but what about the rest? Then I find myself like taking the spoolie and trying to like in between and so kind of. What I used in the last video, which I do like, is the Milani Stay Put Brow Color. It's a little pot like this. And it comes with a brush that has a spoolie on the other end. I do like this, but it's not quite as fast and easy because you have to use two things and, you know, keep redoing. It does have a color, but, oh, here we go. It's Natural Taupe. This color is decent for me, but I used it in the last video, and I do have to lightly powder or do something to bring it down just a little bit. I don't know what color I actually need. Makeup World, help me out. Blonde sometimes can be too warm. It looks a little too yellow or orangey. And then I have used gray, but the gray can be too dark. I do have a gray. Can I tell what this one is? This is I Embrace. I got it off of Amazon. The shade is, we don't know. Is the shade Warm Betty, or is that part of the name? I don't know. I do use this sometimes. It's not bad, but because actually my brows are gray and white. I don't really have much brown going on, although back 25 years ago when I had hair, my hair was brown, kind of an ash brown. I know these are very popular. I do like these a lot. This is the NYX Lift and Snatch, and I have it in blonde. I also have it in taupe, and, oh, I have a third one. Oh, blonde. That's it. That's the new one. So I have it in blonde and taupe. The blonde is great. The taupe is a skosh dark. I was just testing out different colors. And I also have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I do like this. And this is in ash blonde. It's just a skosh too warm. But I do like it. I need to use that. I kind of switch it up. I use all these different things. That's what we got going on for brows. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, this is new. I haven't tried this yet, so I'll have to do that. And maybe the next Get Ready With Me. Also from that brand, that newish brand from Walmart. This is the Pretty Smart Eyeshadow Primer Elixir. And let's see. Oh. Need to shake it. Oh, it seems, can you hear it? I don't know. Oh, elixir. Maybe I should have been tipped off by that. Let's get a little bit out. Ooh, I don't know. You can kind of see it. It's very watery. And I was hoping that it kind of looked like there was a tint to it. I don't know. We'll have to see. My issue is that I have veining and a little bit of pinkish, purplish discoloration on my eyelids. And so if I don't use a primer, or I can use foundation, a little foundation or concealer or whatnot on my eyelids too, to sort of make it a blank canvas, then my shadows, they don't do quite as well. So, I don't know. That's not a definite no. I have to try it out. I haven't tried it yet. But it's very watery and it doesn't have a strong tint. So I don't know if it's going to take my lids to a blank canvas state. But sometimes things like that, they don't have a pigment to them, not a color, but when you apply your shadow or your pigment, whatever it is on top, it kind of grips it and makes it stand out. So TBA on that, I guess we'll see. What else I got? This is very old. I just finished it up and I will be repurchasing. This is some sunscreen. This is the Olay Regenerist Whip Sunscreen SPF 25. I would use this on my face. It's still available, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh dear. Okay, I'm not even going to mention it. I'm not going to mention what the expiration date on this particular jar says, because I don't want that immortalized on camera. So we won't talk about that. But it is all gone. I used every last drop in here, and I will repurchase. Let me set that up there, because I like the texture. We need sunscreen, but I just don't like anything that is too slippy, too greasy, because then I just feel like it's a mess when I go to put on my makeup. So I do have a few other new ones that I haven't opened yet that we'll see how those go. Maybe those will be better. What else do I have sitting here? This is the Boom. Someone's trying to get in. This is the Boom Stick by Cindy Joseph. You saying hi? Hi. Yeah. What are you up to now?
Having snack.
Ooh, snack time. Okay.
Huggy.
Hugs. Okay. Love you. So, this is Boom by Cindy Joseph. This is a newer one. This is...
Bye, Daddy.
What? Golden Peach.
Bye, Daddy.
You could use this one as some cheek color, or to be honest with you, because it is somewhat sheer, but it has just a nice little bit of tint to it. Very moisturizing. But sometimes I'll just use this, like put some all over my face and then just even it out. And it gives me a nice little hint of color. So I do like that. I got that because I got the trio, the Boomstick trio. And so there are three, let's see, they come in a little canvas bag with a zip. It came as a set, the three, and each one is a stick. This one is the Boomstick Glow, although I use this as moisturizer. It does say moisturize on here, and it just rolls up like that. I like to use this as a moisturizer underneath my makeup or even without. Really wonderful. If you have oily skin, I don't know that you'll love these, but after it sits on your face for a little bit and kind of melds together, it has a nice dewy glow. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, this one I use as a blush color. Sometimes I'll use a little bit on my eyelids. It's the Boomstick Berry Rouge. And it does say blush and lip, so I guess I'm doing it the way they suggested. But I know it looks kind of scary color, but it doesn't come off quite as dark when you get it on, because these are all sheer. And then this one I'm probably the least excited about. This is the what? The Boomstick Glimmer. And it's supposed to be like a highlighter. I don't know. It looks kind of like a platinum color in the tube. It doesn't come off that way when it's on. Sometimes I'll use this above my, if I'm doing a very, very simple makeup look for the day, I'll just put a little of that maybe on my lids or on my, what is that, brow bone. I don't really bother putting it on my cheeks. I don't care for this particular product in that way. I also purchased the Boom Cotton Moisturizer. It's supposedly a low, like it's not going to make you look, it's a matte moisturizer balm. There we go. And I do like it. I like it a lot. But I have to be careful not to use it too close to my eyes because it, like, I don't know, it does funky things. Like, I'm not putting it in my eye, but if I get it too close to my eye, especially if it's at night before I go to sleep, it hasn't been good. So, I do like that moisturizer. And I do like those Boom products. They also have other things. They have a liner pencil. They have a mascara that I have not tried. Overall, I really like the Boom stuff, but to use it only, I don't know. The claim to fame for them, I guess, is that they want it to be your natural beauty shining through, which is great. And there are some days when I wake up and I don't really have any darkness under my eyes. I don't really have blemishes going on. It's just kind of a good skin day. And on those days, then sometimes I will throw on some of that moisturizer, maybe put a little bit of the color, one of the colors, on my cheeks, and I'll put on some mascara and I'll feel good and I'll leave the house. But there are other days where I feel like I need a little help, a little coverage, a little brightening, a little you name it, and that's not really how those products are intended. So that's my take on those. Where should we go next? We've got, I mentioned that sometimes I'll use concealer on my eyelids as an eyeshadow primer. And I do that, or sometimes I'll even use a little bit of foundation. A little dab. Well, let me back up. As far as actual primers, that one's not it. This one I used in the last Get Ready With Me video. I do like this. This is AOA Studio, the Soft Base Nude Eye Primer. I like this a lot. It's a very light texture, goes on smooth, and it is tinted. You can see it's a pretty good match for my skin tone, my light skin tone. And I don't know, no, there isn't a shade on here. I think that's just, it could be that's what it is. Like it doesn't come in different shades or colors. So I use that one frequently. And then, what else? This I used today as my eyeshadow primer. It's actually a little mini sample of Tarte Shape Tape Radiant Concealer in the shade 12N Fair Neutral. And I like it. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. It blended, I blended it with this. This is a Mally. Do you know Mally Beauty? Angled concealer brush. That's what I used. I like this brush a lot, but I don't know if you can see. There's that kind of pointy metal part. So depending on how you're blending or getting it in there, if you get it just right, that pokes you in the face, and don't love that. But overall, I do like this brush. I do find myself reaching for it, I also have this. This is Mally's concealer. It actually came with that brush that we just mentioned. This is the Mally Ultimate Performance Precision Concealer. I like it a lot. It has a sort of flattened doe foot-ish thing. Paddle. It's like a paddle doe foot. But I like it. This is in shade light. So sometimes I use that. I also really like this. This is my Laura Geller Ideal Fix Concealer in the shade Porcelain 100. I like this a lot. I don't really use concealer to conceal things, except I do use it a little bit, a dab, under my eyes to brighten. And I usually will do that. I'll put a little dab, just a tiny little dab here and there, and then with a damp beauty blender, usually it's my Peach Moji from AOA Studios, I'll use that to blend it out. And as I recently discussed, if you're using something like Laura Geller Balance and Brighten or Balance and Glow, which is a powder foundation, if you're using one of those, then I would recommend you do the concealer first and then put this over. But if you're using a liquid or a balm foundation, then you may want to do that first and then your concealer. It's really a personal preference. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. And yeah, I think that's about it for concealers. Oh, I do have this one. It's old. I need to be using this more. They don't even make this anymore. This one is not available anymore. This is the Laura Geller Real Deal Concealer. At least I don't think it's available. And it says on here, advanced serious coverage, and I would agree. This is, if there's something on your face that you need to cover up, like you're not going to see it at all, this is good. It'll do it. This is in the shade 130 Fair, and there's still, I don't know, maybe half of it is left in there. I forgot about that. I need to use that more. What else? I do like this. This is L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. I'm not sure if they still have this or not. I haven't looked. I have it in the shade Light. You just need a little bit. It's a balm. It's a very creamy, but I've used that as an eye primer. I also like it under eye if you have a little doodad you need to cover up, or maybe a little blemish, or if you have redness like here, the side of the nose. This is good. I like these. I like it a lot. It's another one that I kind of forgot about. And this one is really old. In fact, there's a little bit of dust on there. Tarte. Hard to read. Under Eye Corrector. This is very creamy. I apply it with a brush. There you go. It has a fun lid. I got this at Sephora, I believe, several years ago. And it's in the shade Light Medium. This is very good. I wore this on my wedding day. Under my eyes. Very creamy. I like it. I like it. Okay, moving on. What else we got? Should we talk briefly about foundations? I know this is very controversial. I happen to be on the positive side. This is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. Medium buildable coverage, long lasting. I agree with all of those statements. It's easy to put on and blend in. It's a really good shade match. Did I already say what? We don't know. That's a thing with e.l.f. products. It doesn't say on there. So I actually don't know. Maybe I just can't see it, and that's probably true. But I do like this e.l.f. Soft Glam. Yes. I think I've discovered that I do prefer that to put that on with a brush as opposed to my fingers. Why won't that stand up? We don't know. Today I used this product on my face. This is Laura Geller Quench and Tint Lightweight Tinted Moisturizer. And yeah, I will say it's a wonderful texture and it does kind of even out your skin tone, but it is a tint. So it's not going to be heavy coverage if that's what you're needing on that particular day. But I will also say that I used a little bit of powder on top, and then that kind of gives it a boost too. But I really like this that product. Primers. Here's another Mally, and this is the Face Defender. Is that what it's called? Yes, Face Defender. I don't think there's a shade or color because it's kind of clear-ish, but it comes in a compact like this, or it did. I've had this a long time, and it looks like that. It is cracked on the side, but it's fine. And it came with a sponge like this, and you dab, you pat, 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 and then pat, pat, pat. You don't swipe or anything else. I put this on before I put on anything. Well, I mean, I do my skincare, but before I put on any makeup, I use this as like a primer, and it really, I don't know if you can see, but especially in here and along my nose and then right here, I tend to have larger pores and some stuff going on, and I mean, nothing's ever gonna completely make it go away, but I use this, and I'm telling you what, this is an amazing product. I like it a lot. And you know who else likes this? RuPaul, the drag queen. So if it's good enough for Ru, it's good enough for me, because RuPaul's about 10 years older than I am, and they look amazing. Okay, moving on. This is going to be a repurchase. I'm kind of scared I won't fully show you this because this is an instance where I just didn't use it quickly enough and it went bad. Have you had that? Have you seen any of your foundations go bad? Well, I have, and it's this one. But I like it. This is the Laura Geller Double Take Liquid Foundation. I like it a lot. It's easy to apply, really good coverage. Does it say, oh, I got it in the light number 150. So I have to get rid of this because it went bad. I'm not going to show you why or how I know because that's gross. But I will set it there because I need to repurchase that. What else do I have sitting here? This also might be... Oh, it's in a pump. I used this one somewhat recently. I don't even know if they still make it. I love this. It is Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. And it is glowy. I mean, this is like Tin Man business, folks. Does it have a shade? I don't see. I don't think so. But it has a wonderful pump. It's a glass bottle, which is nice. And a little dab will do ya, because it'll, like I said, Tin Man. But if you want to, I would recommend using that underneath and then putting on a lighter foundation. It looks wonderful underneath my Balance and Brighten, some other things. But then it won't be, it tones it down, but you can still get that like luminescence from underneath. I like that a lot. Actually, I don't know if that's still available. I hope so, because it's really good and I would like to keep using it. That's another one that I, for whatever reason, I don't always use. I forget about it, but I need to not forget about it. Okay, any other, oh, yes, I use this quite a bit. I like it a lot. This is also Mally. There was a deal on QVC, I believe, that where I got this foundation, the concealer, and the brushes. I'll show you the brush in a second. This is Mally Flawless Finish Transforming Effect Foundation. I have it in the shade Light. It looks like this, and then you open it up. It has a mirror, which is nice, and a little flippy-do. And it's one of those that has the mesh screen so that it prevents you from getting too much on your brush. I don't know. I don't know what it does. I forget. But I do like it. It's sort of a mousse texture. And where is the brush? Because I wanted to show you the brush. No, that's not it. I have it here. Okay, hold please. Oh, here it is. This is the Mally Stippling Foundation Brush. And I like it, but it's a little bit pokey. You know what I mean by that? So you dab it in like this over the screen. Dab, dab, dab. And then you stipple it. You're supposed to go like that, which I do, but like the bristles are just a little bit, I feel like it's poking me in the face a little bit. So I use the brush. I don't know that this is my favorite foundation brush. In fact, when I had to reach for a foundation brush to use with my Laura Geller Quench and Tint, I chose to use my Nicole Johnson. This is wonderful. I love that brush. Okay, let's put that back. Another, I don't actually know how these were intended to be used, but I'll tell you how I use it. This is from Kubai Kai, C-O-U-P by Kai, K-A-I. And I'm not sure, this is a small independent makeup retailer. Might be based out of the Carolinas. I can't remember. But I feel like maybe they're closing. Maybe they went out of business. But I ordered online. These are like glow drops. This is in the shade Venus. And again, you don't need much. But I put that on first before I put foundation or anything else. And wonderful glowy business. I have several Kubai Kai products. And I would recommend them if they're still around, still in business. Okay, let's get this rolling here. Obviously, I have a lot of makeup, and I'm not going to be able to talk about everything in this video. So let's just pick a few other things that I am trying. Let's talk about mascara. Several YouTubers, content creators, this is their favorite mascara, the Essence Lash Princess. And I would have to agree. It is fantastic. I like the brush. Let me show you the brush. So not real bulbous, but not skinny. It has good, I don't know. I like the brush. I like the formula. I like everything about it. And this is in black. I think. I mean, it is black, but you know, they have like shades of black, very black and kind of black. I don't know, whatever. What else do I have here? This is what I'm wearing today. This is new. This is Super Cloud Lash Blast from CoverGirl. And I like it. Can you see the brush? There we go. It's a skinny, sort of short, stubby, nylon bristly brush. I don't know if you can see my lashes. I did not curl my lashes today. I just did au naturel as far as lash shape. I like it because it's wispy, so it doesn't clump. So how do I phrase that? I like it, but if you're wanting like high volume, like thickening, really ba-boom mascara, this probably isn't it. But if you're just wanting something a little lighter, a little wispier, where you still have lash definition, and it gives you some good color, that would be good. So overall, I would say yes to that one. What else have I tried? This one is almost gone, and I do have a new one. This is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. Awesome. Love it. Love it, love it. It looks like this. There's the brush. This one's pretty thick. That's a big one. A big boy. It does all the things that I want it to do. I like that one a lot. This is Laura Geller something. We don't know. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, that's the shade. It's in black. It doesn't say. It just says Laura Geller. This is a mascara. It's okay. This brush is similar to that last one, the Milani that I just showed you. The formula is okay. It's fine. I don't not like it, but I don't love it. So I don't know that I would repurchase this particular one. What else did I get? This is new, at least new for me. And it's controversial. I know some of content creators on YouTube have really disliked it. Like Tati, I don't think she likes this. But Rockstar Mom, another one that I like to watch their channel all the time, they did like it. So this is the Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara. Looks like this. And I like it a lot. It's volumizing, but it's not too thick or gloppy. So I would recommend that one. However, I mistakenly bought this one first. This is the same thing, but in the waterproof. Terrible. I mean, if you were needing something that was going to stay put because you were going to be crying or out in the rain or you have watery eyes or I don't know what else it could be, then check that out. But I'll tell you what, it was so difficult to get off the waterproof formula. Yikes. It was bad. A bad experience. So keep that in mind. Okay, I'm back. What else? I did repurchase this. This is the Jones Road mascara. What does it say? Pitch Black is the shade. Love this. Now this is different. The brush is different. It's sort of tapered on the ends and then thicker in the middle, and it's got a curve to it. I don't know if you can see. Very good. Very black. I know that might seem weird, but there are shades of black. So I like that. So I repurchased that, although it is on the pricey side. What am I trying here? I haven't used this yet, so we'll have to do that in an upcoming video. This is the e.l.f. Lash It Loud Volumizing Mascara. I tend to, I don't know if you can see, I feel like my lashes are decently long, but if I need help with them, what I need help with is thickening, a little volume. So that's why we try this. Let's see. I haven't actually opened it yet. What's the, oh, so real narrow, got the nylon bristles. So I'm anxious to see how that's going to go. So we have that to look forward to. Anything else I want to mention? Oh, I did like this. This is also e.l.f. This is this one. It doesn't, oh, here we go. Big Mood. This is the e.l.f. Big Mood in Pitch Black. I liked it. And this one was easier to remove, which I also appreciate. Okay, what else should I mention while we're here? A couple of these things I talked about in my last Get Ready With Me, so we don't need to talk about those. I haven't tried this yet, but so many people talk about it, including Emily Noel, a big beauty content creator on YouTube. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Powder. I got it in the shade Buff Beige. We're going to try that. I didn't really used to use powder very much, but the older I get, the more I appreciate its value, if you know what I mean. Okay, I think I showed you that one in the last video, the Doll 10 Magic Palette, so we don't need to talk about that. We talked about those. Oh, I should mention this as far as powders go. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I did not buy this with real money. I had a gift card for Nordstrom that somehow I got, and so I purchased this online from Nordstrom with the gift card. I would not use my own money for this because it's expensive. It's pricey. I think this was like $75. Having said that, it is amazing powder. I mean, it really does blur you out. I can't say enough about it. Excellent. Okay, let's talk about a couple more things before we wrap this particular video up. We talked about the new primer. We got that. Blushes. I didn't really... Well, I did get that new one. We'll talk about that one in an upcoming video. I do really like this setting spray. Again, I don't know if they're making this. This is... I thought this was Laura Geller. Is it not? Yes, it is. Laura Geller, this is labeled as Cover FX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And it's got a shaker bottle in it. I like this a lot. I like to use setting spray when I do my makeup in the morning because I'm often not back here at home for like 12 hours or more. So I need to lock it in. So I do like that. What else should we mention? As far as shadows go, we should do a shadow video because I did get a bunch of new ones recently. This was this spring maybe. I bought these at TJ Maxx. Love these. This is the Disney Princess Ariel collection from somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if it's from a brand. But Disney Princess eyeshadow palette. This is the Ariel. I mean, look at those colors. Love it. And this one is the Disney Winnie the Pooh eyeshadow palette. Look at that. So cute. And the little pots are hearts. I love it. Okay. So, anyway, that's just some of the stuff that I've repurchased because I liked it, or that's new to me, or that I have been using recently, or that I have always used. Anyway, I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about. I did use the Quench and Tint as my foundation powder. I used what? I used this today. This is the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. It's very light. I mean, it's practically white in the pot here. So, but I did use that as my powder. We talked about the brows. That's what I used. For shadow, I actually used... Hi. For shadow, I actually used this. This is an LA Girl little dusty.
Shadow? Who's Shadow?
Eyeshadow. I used this, and I used this lighter shade in the center.
Daddy, the beaver keeps on going
Okay,
off.
I'll turn it off. Thank you. I used this light shade in the center, and then kind of all over the lid, I used this one, that tone right there, and then for the darker in the crease right in the corner, I used that one. And then I used a little tiny bit of shimmer in the corner, but I can't remember which one. I grabbed something. What did I grab over here? And that's what I used. Anyway, so that's what's on my face. And I brought a little bit of that medium tone shadow under my lashes. And which mascara? Oh, I said the Cloud, Super Cloud. That's what I'm using as far as mascara. And blush. Oh, I did throw on a little bit of blush, and I'm using Hourglass. This one. Oh, this one's old. I used the Hourglass ambient lighting edit in Ghost. Ooh. And I don't know what it might say there, what the shade is. But I used that middle one, the darker one, as my blush. A little bit here. And then this shade, this contour bronzy, I did a little bit in a few spots so that I didn't have just a big white head. At any rate, thanks for chatting with me. This was fun. I love talking about makeup and just playing around. So that's a little look into what I've been using lately. Well, there'll be more to come. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you had fun chatting and talking about makeup, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It's free, and that way you get notified when I post a new video. So leave me a comment if you have a question or a concern or something to add to the conversation, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, everybody. Bye.